Hello friends, welcome to my Sakshi Coaching channel. Now in this video, I am going to read the chapter 10 in the NCERT 12th, that is haloalkanes and haloarenes. So let's start. Halogenated compounds persist in the environment due to their resistance to breakdown by soil bacteria. The replacement of hydrogen atoms in a hydrocarbon, aliphatic or aromatic by halogen atoms results in the formation of alkyl halide, that is haloalkane, and aryl halide, that is haloarine respectively. Haloalkanes contain halogen atoms attached to the sp3 hybridized carbon atom of an alkyl group, whereas haloarenes contain halogen atoms attached to sp2 hybridized carbon atoms of an aryl group. Many halogen containing organic compounds occur in nature and some of these are clinically useful. These classes of compounds find wide applications in industry as well as in day-to-day life. They are used as solvents for relatively non-polar compounds and as a starting material for the synthesis of wide range of organic compounds. Chlorine containing antibiotic, that is chloramphenicol, produced by the soil microorganisms is very effective for the treatment of typhoid fever. Our body produces iodine containing hormone, that is thyroxine, the deficiency of which causes a disease called goiter. Synthetic halogen compounds with chloroquine is used for the treatment of malaria. Halothane is used as an anesthetic during surgery. Certain fully fluorinated compounds are being considered as potential blood substitutes in surgery. In this unit, you will study the important methods of preparation, physical and chemical properties, and uses of organohalogen compounds. 10.1 Classification. Haloalkanes and haloarenes may be classified as follows. 10.1.1 On the basis of number of halogen atoms. These may be classified as a mono, di or a polyhalogen, that is a tri or tetra, etc. Compounds depending on whether they contain 1, 2 or more halogen atoms in their structures. For example, C2H5X, that is called monohaloalkane. Then CH2X, CH2X, that is called dihaloalkane, and CH2X, CHX and CH2X, it is called as trihaloalkane. Then another one is monohaloarene, then dihaloarene and trihaloarene. Monohalo compounds may further be classified according to the hybridization of the carbon atom to which the halogen is bonded, as discussed below. 10.1.2 that is compounds containing sp3CX bond. X equals to fluorine, chlorine, bromine or iodine. This class includes A. Alkyl halides or haloalkanes Rx. In alkyl halides, the halogen atom is bonded to an alkyl group R. They form a homologous series represented by CN H2N plus 1 X. They are further classified as primary, secondary or tertiary according to the nature of the carbon to which halogen is attached. First one is the primary, second one is the secondary and third one is the tertiary. B is the allylic halides. These are the compounds in which the halogen atom is bonded to an sp3 hybridized carbon atom next to the carbon-carbon double bond. That is to an allylic carbon. C. Benzylic halides. These are the compounds in which the halogen atom is bonded to an sp3 hybridized carbon atom next to an aromatic ring. First one is the primary. Second one is the secondary or tertiary. 10.1.3 that is compounds containing sp2CX bond. This class includes vinylic halides, that is these are the compounds in which the halogen atom is bonded to an sp2 hybridized carbon atom of a carbon-carbon double bond. Then B is the aryl halides. These are the compounds in which the halogen atom is bonded to the sp2 hybridized carbon atom of an aromatic ring. Then 10.2 that is nomenclature. Having learned the classification of halogenated compounds, let us now learn how these are named. The common names of alkyl halides are derived by naming the alkyl group followed by the halide. Alkyl halides are named as halo-substituted hydrocarbons in the IUPAC system of nomenclature. Haloarenes are the common as well as IUPAC names of the aryl halides. For dihalogen derivatives, the prefixes ortho, meta and para are used in common system, but in IUPAC system, the numerals 12, 13 and 14 are used. First compound is the N-propyl bromide. Its IUPAC name is 1-bromopropane. Second one is the isopropyl chloride and its IUPAC name is 2-chloropropane. Third one is the isobutyl chloride and its IUPAC name is 1-chloro-2-methylpropane. Another is the bromobenzene. Its common name as well as IUPAC name are same. Second one is the meta-dibromobenzene. And the IUPAC name is 1,3-dibromobenzene. Third one is the common name of third one is same bromobenzene and its IUPAC name is 1,3,5-tribromobenzene. Then another is the 1-chloro-2,2-dimethylpropane and the second one is 2-bromopropane. The dihaloalkanes having the same type of halogen atoms are named as alkylidene or alkylene dihalides. The dihalo compounds having same type of halogen atoms are further classified as geminal halides. Halogen atoms are present on the same carbon atom, and vicinal halides, that is halogen atoms are present on the adjacent carbon atoms. In common name system, gem dihalides are named as alkylidene halides and vicinal dihalides are named as alkylene dihalides. In IUPAC system, they are named as dihaloalkanes. First one is CH3CHCl2. The common name of this compound is ethylidene chloride. This is a gem dihalide. Then second one is CH2Cl, that is ethylene dichloride, which is a vicinal dihalide. Then table 10.1 common and IUPAC names of some halides. Nature of CX bond. Since halogen atoms are more electronegative than carbon, the carbon-halogen bond of alkyl halide is polarized. The carbon atom bears a partial positive charge, whereas halogen atom bears a partial negative charge. In this CX bond, carbon gets partial positive and halogen, that is X, gets partial negative charge. Since the size of halogen atom increases as we go down the group in the periodic table, fluorine atom is the smallest and iodine atom the largest. Consequently, the carbon halogen bond length also increases from CF to Ci. Some typical bond lengths, bond enthalpies and dipole moments are given in the table 10.2. Table 10.2, carbon halogen bond lengths, bond enthalpies and dipole moments. Bond CH3F, its bond length is 139. Then its bond enthalpy is 452 and its dipole moment is 1.847. CH3Cl bond length is 178 picometer. Then its bond enthalpy is 351 kilojoule per mole and its dipole moment is 1.860 dBi. Its then CH3Br, its bond length is 193 picometer. Then its bond enthalpy is 293 kilojoule per mole and its dipole moment is 1.830 dBi. CH3I, its bond length is 214 picometer. Its bond enthalpy is 234 kilojoule per mole and its dipole moment is 1.636 dBi. 10.4 methods of preparation. 10.4.1, that is from alcohols. Alkyl halides are the best prepared from alcohols, which are easily accessible. The hydroxyl group of an alcohol is replaced by halogen on reaction with concentrated halogen acids, phosphorus halides or thionyl chloride. Thionyl chloride is prepared because the other two products are escapable gases. Hence, the reaction gives pure alkyl halides. Phosphorus tribromide and triiodide are usually generated in situ, that is produced in the reaction mixture by the reaction of red phosphorus with bromine and iodine respectively. The preparation of alkyl chloride is carried out either by passing a dry hydrogen chloride gas through a solution of alcohol or by heating a solution of alcohol in concentrated aqueous acid. Some reactions are ROH plus HX. In the presence of zinc chloride, it gives RX plus H2O. In these reactions, we have to simply remember that OH is replaced by the halogen. ROH plus NaBr plus H2SO4 gives out RBr plus NaHSO4 plus H2O. Then 3ROH plus PX3, that gives out 3RX plus H3PO3. OH is replaced by the X. In this reaction, X equals to chlorine or bromine. ROH plus PCl5 gives out RCl plus POCl3 plus HCl. ROH in the presence of the red phosphorus or a halogen, and the halogens are bromine and iodine, then it forms RX. ROH plus SOCl2 that gives out RCl plus SO2 plus HCl. The reactions of primary and secondary alcohols with HX require the presence of catalyst zinc chloride. With tertiary alcohols, the reaction is conducted by simply shaking with concentrated HCl at room temperature. Constant boiling with HBr 48% is used for preparing alkyl bromide. Good yields of alkyl iodide may be obtained by heating alcohols with sodium or potassium iodide in 95% phosphoric acid. The order of reactivity of alcohols with a given halo acid is tertiary, is greater than secondary, is greater than primary. The above method is not applicable for the preparation of aryl halides because the carbon-oxygen bond in phenols has a partial double bond character and is difficult to break being stronger than a single bond. Then 10.4.2, that is from hydrocarbons. A is by free radical halogenation. Free radical chlorination or bromination of alkanes gives a complex mixture of isomeric mono and polyhaloalkanes, which is difficult to separate as pure compounds. Consequently, the yield of any one compound is low. The reaction is butane in the presence of Cl2 and UV light or heat gives out a CH3, CH2, 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 Cl, butyl chloride plus CH2, CH3, CH2, CHCl, CH3. B is the by electrophilic substitution. Aryl chlorides and bromides can be easily prepared by electrophilic substitution of arenes with chlorine and bromine respectively in the presence of Lewis acid catalyst like iron or iron 3 chloride. The reaction is toluene plus X2 in the presence of Fe dark gives out orthohalotoluene plus para-halotoluene. The electrophiles are ortho and para directors. Therefore, this reaction is of this type. The ortho and the para isomers can be easily separated due to a large difference in their melting points. Reactions with iodine are reversible in nature and require the presence of an oxidizing agent HNO3, HiO4 to oxidize the Hi formed during the iodination. Fluorocompounds are not prepared by this method due to high reactivity of fluorine. C is the Sandmeyer's reaction. When a primary aromatic amine dissolved or suspended in cold aqueous mineral acid is treated with sodium nitrite, a diazonium salt is formed. Mixing the solution of freshly prepared diazonium salt with cuprous chloride or cuprous bromide results in the replacement of the diazonium group by Cl or Br. Replacement of the diazonium group by iodine does not require the presence of cuprous halide and is done simply by shaking the diazonium salt with the potassium iodide. You can see this reaction. Then D from alkenes. Addition of hydrogen halides. An alkene is converted to corresponding alkyl halide by reaction with hydrogen chloride, hydrogen bromide or hydrogen iodide. In this reaction, alkene plus HX gives out CCX bond. Propene yields two products. However, only one predominates as per the Markovnikov's rule. CH3CH double bond CH2, that is propene plus HI, gives out minor and the major products. That is, minor product is CH3CH2 CH2I and the major product is CH3CHI CH3. Second is the addition of halogens. In the laboratory, addition of bromine in CCl4 to an alkene resulting in discharge of reddish brown color of bromine constitutes an important method for the detection of double bond in a molecule. The addition results in the synthesis of vicinal dibromides which are colorless. In this reaction, alkene plus ethene plus Br2 in the presence of CCl4 gives out vicinal dibromides. 10.4.3, that is halogen exchange. Alkyl iodides are often prepared by the reaction of alkyl chlorides or bromides with NaI in dry acetone. This reaction is known as Finkelstein reaction. Rx plus NaI gives out Ri plus NaX. Here X is chlorine or bromine. NaCl or NaBr thus formed is precipitated in dry acetone. It facilitates the forward reaction according to the Le Chatelier's principle. The synthesis of alkyl fluorides is best accomplished by heating an alkyl chloride or bromide in the presence of metallic fluorides such as EgF, Hg2F2, COF2 or SbF3. The reaction is termed as Schwarz reaction. CH3Br plus AgF gives out CH3F plus AgBr. Then 10.5, that is physical properties. Alkyl halides are colorless when pure. However, bromides and iodides develop color when exposed to light. Many volatile halogen compounds have sweet smell. Melting and boiling points. Methyl chloride, methyl bromide, ethyl chloride and some chlorofluoromethanes are gases at room temperature. Higher members are liquids or solids. As we have already learned, molecules of organic halogen compounds are generally polar due to greater polarity as well as the higher molecular mass as compared to the parent hydrocarbon. The intermolecular forces of attraction, that is dipole-dipole, and the van der Waals forces are stronger in the halogen derivatives. That is why the boiling points of the chlorides, bromides and iodides are considerably higher than those of the hydrocarbons of comparable molecular mass. The attractions get stronger as the molecules get bigger in size and have more electrons. The pattern of variation of boiling points of different halides is depicted in the figure 10.1. For the same alkyl group, the boiling points of alkyl halides decrease in the order Ri, Rbr, Rcl and Rf in the decreasing order. This is because with the increase in size and mass of the halogen atom, the magnitude of van der Waals forces increases. Figure 10.1, that is comparison of boiling points of some alkyl halides. The boiling points of isomeric haloalkanes decrease with increase in the branching. For example, 2-bromo-2-methylpropane has the lowest boiling point among the three isomers. Boiling points of isomeric dihalobenzenes are very nearly the same. However, the para-isomers are high melting as compared to their ortho and meta isomers. It is due to the symmetry of para-isomers that fits in a crystal lattice better as compared to the ortho and meta isomers. Then density, bromo, iodo and polychloro derivatives of hydrocarbons are heavier than the water. The density increases with increase in the number of the carbon atoms, halogen atoms and atomic mass of the halogen atoms. Solubility, the haloalkanes are only very slightly soluble in water. In order for a haloalkane to dissolve in water, energy is required to overcome the attractions between the haloalkane molecules and break the hydrogen bonds between the water molecules. Less energy is released when new attractions are set up between the haloalkane and the water molecules, as these are not as strong as original hydrogen bonds in water. As a result, the solubility of haloalkanes in water is low. However, haloalkanes tend to dissolve in organic solvents because the new intermolecular forces of the attractions between the haloalkanes and the solvent molecules have much the same strength as the one being broken in the separate haloalkane and solvent molecules. Then 10.6, that is chemical reactions. Reactions of haloalkanes. The reactions of haloalkanes may be divided into following categories. First is the nucleophilic substitution. Second one is the elimination reactions. Third one is the reaction with metals. First is the nucleophilic substitution reactions. In this type of the reaction, a nucleophile reacts with the haloalkane, the substrate, having a partial positive charge on the carbon atom bonded to the halogen. A substitution reaction takes place and halogen atom called leaving group departs as halide ion. Since the substitution reaction is initiated by a nucleophile, it is called nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophile plus a CX bond gives out C and nucleophile plus X minus. It is one of the most useful classes of organic reactions of alkyl halides in which halogen is bonded to sp3 hybridized carbon. The products formed by the reaction of haloalkanes with some common nucleophiles are given in the table 10.4. Table 10.4 is of the nucleophilic substitution of alkyl halides Rx. Groups like cyanides and nitrites possess two nucleophilic centers and are called ambident nucleophiles. Actually, cyanide group is a hybrid of two contributing structures and therefore can act as nucleophile in two different ways. Cn minus as well as C double bond N minus, that is linking through carbon atom resulting in alkyl cyanides and through nitrogen atom leading to isocyanides. Similarly, nitrite ion also represents an ambident nucleophile with two different points of linkages. ON double bond O, the linkage through oxygen results in alkyl nitrites, while through nitrogen atom it leads to nitroalkanes. Example 10.5, haloalkanes react with KCN to form alkyl cyanides as main product, while AgCN forms isocyanides as the chief product. Explain. Solution. KCN is predominantly ionic and provides cyanide ions in solution. Although both carbon and nitrogen atoms are in position to donate electron pairs, the attack takes place mainly through carbon atom and not through the nitrogen atom, since carbon-carbon bond is more stable than the CN bond. However, AgCN is mainly covalent in nature and nitrogen is free to donate electron pair forming isocyanide as the main product. Mechanism. This reaction has been found to proceed by two different mechanisms which are described below. A is the substitution nucleophilic by molecular, that is SN2 reaction. The reaction between CH3Cl and hydroxide ion to yield methanol and chloride ion follows the second order kinetics, that is the rate depends upon the concentration of both the reactants. OH minus plus CH3Cl gives out OH CH3Cl, that gives out CH3OH plus Cl minus. This can be represented diagrammatically as shown in the figure 10.2. Figure 10.2, that is red hot represents the red dot represents the incoming hydroxide ion and green dot represents the outgoing halide ion. It depicts a biomolecular nucleophilic displacement, that is SN2 reaction. The incoming nucleophile interacts with alkyl halide, causing the carbon halide bond to break and while forming a new carbon OH bond. These two processes takes place simultaneously in a single step and no intermolecular and no intermediate is formed. As the reaction progresses and the bond between the nucleophile and the carbon atom starts forming, the bond between the carbon atom and the leaving group weakens. As this happens, the configuration of the carbon atom under attack inverts in much the same way as an umbrella is turned inside out when caught in a strong wind, while the leaving group is pushed away. This process is called inversion of configuration. In the transition state, the carbon atom is simultaneously bonded to incoming nucleophile and the outgoing leaving group, and such structures are unstable and cannot be isolated. This is because the carbon atom in the transition state is simultaneously bonded to 5 atoms and therefore is unstable. Since this reaction requires the approach of the nucleophile to the carbon bearing the leaving group, the presence of bulky substituents on or near the carbon atom have a dramatic inhibiting effect of the simple alkyl halides. Methyl halides react mostly rapidly in SN2 reactions because there are only 3 small hydrogen atoms. Tertiary halides are the least reactive because bulky groups hinder the approaching nucleophiles. Thus, the order of the reactivity followed is primary halide is greater than the secondary halide is greater than the tertiary halide. B is the substitution nucleophilic unimolecular, that is SN1. SN1 reactions are generally carried out in polar protic solvents like water, alcohol, acetic acid, etc. The reaction between tertiary butyl bromide and hydroxide ion yields tertiary butyl alcohol and follows the first order kinetics, that is the rate of reaction depends upon the concentration of only one reactant, which is tertiary butyl bromide. CH3 thrice CBr plus OH minus gives out CH3 thrice COH plus Br minus. It occurs in 2 steps. In step 1, the polarized CBr bond undergoes slow cleavage to produce a carbocation and a bromide ion. The carbocation thus formed is then attacked by nucleophile in step 2 to complete the substitution reaction. In the first step, there is a formation of carbocation, and then in the second step, there is attack of the OH minus on the carbocation and forming the CH3 thrice COH. Step 1 is the slowest and reversible. It involves the CBr bond breaking, for which the energy is obtained through solvation of halide ion with the proton of the protic solvent. Since the rate of reaction depends upon the slowest step, the rate of the reaction depends only on the concentration of the alkyl halide and not on the concentration of the hydroxide ion. Further, greater the stability of the carbocation, greater will be its ease of formation from alkyl halide and the faster will be the rate of the reaction. In case of alkyl halides, tertiary alkyl halides undergo SN1 reaction very fast because the high stability of the tertiary carbocations. We can sum up the order of reactivity of alkyl halides towards SN1 and SN2 reactions as follows. In the SN2 reactions, the order is primary halide is greater than the secondary halide, and secondary halide is greater than the tertiary halide. And this is the reverse for the SN1 reaction. That is, for the SN1 reaction, tertiary halide is more stable than the secondary halide, and secondary halide is more stable than the primary halide. For the same reasons, allylic and benzylic halides show high reactivity towards the SN1 reaction. The carbocations thus formed get stabilized through the resonance as shown below. For a given alkyl group, the reactivity of the halide Rx follows the same order in both the mechanisms. That is, Ri is greater than the Rbr, is greater than the RCl, and is very greater than the Rf. C is the stereochemical aspects of nucleophilic substitution reactions. A SN2 reaction proceeds with complete stereochemical inversion, while a SN1 reaction proceeds with a racemization. In order to understand this concept, we need to learn some basic stereochemical principles and notations, that is optical activity, chirality, retention, inversion and racemization, etc. First is the plane polarized light and optical activity. Certain compounds rotate the plane polarized light produced by passing ordinary light through Nicol prism when it is passed through their solutions. Such compounds are called optically active compounds. The angle by which the plane polarized light is rotated is measured by an instrument called polarimeter. If the compound rotates the plane polarized light to the right, that is in the clockwise direction, it is called as dextrorotatory or deform, and is indicated by placing a positive plus sign before the degree of rotation. If the light is rotated towards the left, that is anti-clockwise direction, then the compound is said to be levorotatory or the L form, and a negative sign is placed before the degree of the rotation. Such positive and the negative isomers of compound are called optical isomers, and the phenomenon is termed as optical isomerism. Second one is the molecular asymmetry, chirality and enantiomers. The observation of Louis Pasteur that crystals of certain compounds exist in the form of mirror images laid the foundation of modern stereochemistry. He demonstrated that aqueous solutions of both the types of the crystals showed optical rotation equal in magnitude for a solution of equal concentration but opposite in direction. He believed that this difference in optical activity was associated with the three-dimensional arrangement of atoms, that is configurations, in two types of the crystals. Dutch scientist J. Van 't Hoff and French scientist C. Lebel in the same year 1874 independently argued that the spatial arrangement of the four atoms, that is valencies, around a central carbon atom is tetrahedral, and if all the substituents is attached to that carbon are different, such a carbon is called asymmetric carbon or stereocenter. The resulting molecule would lack symmetry and is referred to as asymmetric molecule. The asymmetry of the molecule is responsible for the optical activity in such organic compounds. The symmetry and asymmetry are also observed in many day-to-day objects. A sphere, a cube, a cone are all identical to their mirror images and can be superimposed. However, many objects are non-superimposable on their mirror images. For example, your left and right hand look similar, but if you put your left hand on your right hand, then you do not coincide. The objects which are non-superimposable on their mirror image, like a pair of hands, are said to be chiral, and this property is known as chirality, while the objects which are superimposable on their mirror images are called as achiral. The above test of molecular chirality can be applied to the organic molecules by constructing models and its mirror images, or by drawing three-dimensional structures and attempting to superimpose them in our minds. There are other aids, however, that can assist us in recognizing chiral molecules. One such aid is the presence of the single asymmetric carbon atom. Let us consider two simple molecules, propan 2-ol and butan 2-ol, and their mirror images. As you can see very clearly, propan 2-ol does not contain an asymmetric carbon, as all the four groups attached to the tetrahedral carbon are not different. Thus, it is an achiral molecule. Butan 2-ol has four different groups attached to the tetrahedral carbon and as expected is chiral. Some common examples of the chiral molecules such as 2-chlorobutane, 2,3-dihydroxy propanol, bromochloroiodomethane, 2-bromopropanoic acid, etc. The stereoisomers related to each other as non-superimposable mirror images are called enantiomers. Enantiomers possess identical physical properties, namely melting point, boiling point, solubility, refractive index, etc. They only differ with respect to the rotation of plane polarized light. If one of the enantiomer is dextrorotatory, the other will be the levorotatory. However, the sign of the optical rotation is not necessarily related to the absolute configuration of the molecule. A mixture containing two enantiomers is in equal proportions will have zero optical rotation, as the rotation due to one isomer will be cancelled by the rotation due to the other isomer. Such a mixture is known as racemic mixture or racemic modification. A racemic mixture is represented by prefixing dl or plus minus before the name. For example, plus minus butan 2-ol. The process of conversion of enantiomer into a racemic mixture is known as racemization. Third is the retention. Retention of configuration is a preservation of integrity of the spatial arrangement of bonds to an asymmetric center during a chemical reaction or transformation. It is also the configurational correlation when a chemical species XCABC is converted into the chemical species YCABC having the same relative configuration. In general, if during the reaction no bond to the stereo center is broken, the product will have the same general configuration of groups around the stereo center as that of the reactant. Such a reaction is said to proceed with retention of configuration. Consider as an example the reaction that takes place when minus 2-methyl butan 1-ol is heated with concentrated hydrochloric acid. Minus 2-methyl butan 1-ol plus HCl in the presence of the heat, it gives out plus 1-chloro 2-methyl butane plus HOH. Fourth is the inversion, retention and racemization. There are three outcomes for a reaction at an asymmetric carbon atom. Consider the replacement of a group X by Y in the following reaction. If A is the only compound obtained, the process is called retention of the configuration. If B is the only compound obtained, the process is called inversion of configuration. If a 50-50 mixture of above 2 is obtained, then the process is called as racemization and the product is optically inactive, as one isomer will rotate light in the direction opposite to the another. Now let us have a fresh look at SN1 and SN2 mechanisms by taking examples of optically active alkyl halides. In case of optically active alkyl halides, the product formed as a result of SN2 mechanism has the inverted configuration as compared to the reactant. This is because the nucleophile attaches itself on the side opposite to the one where the halogen atom is present. When minus 2-bromooctane is allowed to react with the sodium hydroxide, plus octane 2-ol is formed with the OH group occupying the position opposite to what bromide had occupied. Thus, SN2 reactions of the optically active halides are accompanied by inversion of configuration. In case of optically active alkyl halides, SN1 reactions are accompanied by racemization. Can you think of the reason why it happens? Actually, the carbocation formed in the slow step being sp2 hybridized is planar, achiral. The attack of the nucleophile may be accomplished from either side, resulting in a mixture of products. One having the same configuration, the OH attaching on the same position as halide ion, and the other having opposite configuration, the OH attaching on the side opposite to the halide ion. This may be illustrated by hydrolysis of optically active 2-bromobutane, which results in the formation of plus minus butane to all. Second is the elimination reactions. When a haloalkane with a beta hydrogen atom is heated with alcoholic solution of potassium hydroxide, there is elimination of hydrogen atom from beta carbon and a halogen atom from the alpha carbon atom. As a result, an alkene is formed as a product. Since beta hydrogen atom is involved in the elimination, it is often called beta elimination. If there is possibility of formation of more than one alkene due to the availability of more than one alpha hydrogen atoms, usually one alkene is formed as the major product. This form part of a pattern first observed by Russian chemist Alexander Zaitsev, also pronounced as Zaitsev, who is 18 in 1875 formulated a rule which can be summarized as in dehydrohalogenation reactions, the preferred product is that alkene which has the greater number of the alkyl groups attached to the doubly bonded carbon atoms. Thus, 2-bromopentane gives pent2-ene as the major product. Elimination versus substitution. A chemical reaction is the result of competition. It is a race that is won by the fastest runner. A collection of molecules tend to do by and large. What is easiest for them? An alkyl halide with alpha hydrogen atoms when reacted with a base or a nucleophile has two competing routes. Substitution, SN1 and SN2, and elimination. Which route will be taken up depends upon the nature of the alkyl halide, strength and size of the base nucleophile, and reaction conditions. Thus, a bulkier nucleophile will prefer to act as a base and abstracts a proton rather than approach a tetravalent carbon atom, steric regions, and vice versa. Similarly, a primary alkyl halide will prefer a SN2 reaction, a secondary halide SN2, or elimination depending upon the strength of the base or nucleophile, and a tertiary halide SN1, or elimination depending upon the stability of the carbocation or the more substituted alkene. Third is the reaction with metals. Reaction with metals. Most organic chlorides, bromides and iodides react with the certain metals to give compounds containing carbon metal bonds. Such compounds are known as organometallic compounds. An important class of organometallic compounds discovered by the Victor Grignard in 1900 is alkyl magnesium halide RMGX, referred to as Grignard reagents. These reagents are obtained by the reaction of the haloalkanes with magnesium metal in dry ether. CH3CH2Br plus Mg in the dry ether gives out Grignard reagent, that is CH3CH2MgBr. In the Grignard reagent, the carbon magnesium bond is covalent but highly polar, with carbon pulling electrons from electropositive magnesium. The magnesium halogen bond is essentially ionic, Rmg plus. R have negative charge, Mg have positive, and X have partial negative charge. Grignard reagents are highly reactive and react with any source of proton to give hydrocarbons. Even water, alcohols, amines are sufficiently acidic to convert them to corresponding hydrocarbons. RMGX plus H2O gives out RH plus MgOHX. It is therefore necessary to avoid even traces of moisture from a Grignard reagent. On the other hand, this could be considered as one of the methods for converting halides to hydrocarbons. Wood's reaction. Alkyl halides react with sodium in dry ether to give hydrocarbons containing double the number of carbon atoms present in a halide. This reaction is known as Wood's reaction. 2Rx plus Na gives out Rr plus NaX. Reactions of haloarenes. Nucleophilic substitution. Aryl halides are extremely less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reactions due to the following reasons. First is the resonance effect. In haloarenes, the electron pairs on halogen atom are in conjugation with pi electrons of the ring, and the following resonating structures are possible. CCl bond acquires a partial double bond character due to the resonance. As a result, the bond cleavage in haloarene is difficult than haloalkane, and therefore they are less reactive towards the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Second is the difference in hybridization of carbon atom in CX bond. In haloalkane, the carbon atom attached to halogen is sp3 hybridized, while in case of haloarene, the carbon atom attached to halogen is sp2 hybridized. The sp2 hybridized carbon with a greater S character is more electronegative and can hold the electron pair of the CX bond more tightly than sp3 hybridized carbon in haloalkane with less S character. The CCl bond length in haloalkane is 177 picometer, while in haloarene is 169 picometer. Since it is difficult to break a shorter bond than a longer bond, therefore haloarenes are less reactive than the haloalkanes towards the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Third is the instability of phenyl cation. In case of haloarenes, the phenyl cation formed as a result of self-ionization will not be stabilized by resonance, and therefore SN1 mechanism is ruled out. Fourth is that because of the possible repulsion, it is less likely for the electron-rich nucleophile to approach electron-rich arenes. Replacement of hydroxyl group. Chlorobenzene can be converted into phenol by heating in aqueous sodium hydroxide solution at a temperature of 623 Kelvin and a pressure of 300 atmosphere. Chlorobenzene on the reaction with NaOH 623 Kelvin and 300 atmosphere in the presence of the H plus gives out phenol. The presence of an electron withdrawing group NO2 at ortho and para positions increases the reactivity of the haloarenes. The effect is pronounced when NO2 group is introduced at ortho and para positions. However, no effect on reactivity of haloarenes is observed by the presence of electron withdrawing group at a meta position. Mechanism of the reaction is as depicted. Can you think why does NO2 group show its effect only at ortho and para positions and not at meta position? As shown, the presence of nitro group at ortho and para positions withdraws the electron density from the benzene ring and thus facilitates the attack of nucleophile on haloarene. The carbanion thus formed is stabilized through resonance. The negative charge appeared at ortho and the para positions with respect to the halogen substituent is stabilized by NO2 group, while in case of meta nitrobenzene, none of the resonating structures bear the negative charge on the carbon atom bearing the NO2 group. Therefore, the presence of nitro group at meta position does not stabilize the negative charge, and no effect on reactivity is observed by the presence of NO2 group at meta position. Second is the electrophilic substitution reactions. Haloarenes undergo the usual electrophilic reactions of the benzene ring such as halogenation, nitration, sulfonation and Friedel-Crafts reactions. Halogen atom, besides being slightly deactivating, is ortho-para directing. Therefore, further substitution occurs at ortho and the para positions with respect to the halogen atom. The ortho-para directing influence of the halogen atom can be easily understood if we consider the resonating structures of the halobenzene as shown. Due to resonance, the electron density increases more at ortho and para positions than at meta positions. Further, the halogen atom, because of its minus I effect, has some tendency to withdraw electrons from the benzene ring. As a result, the ring gets somewhat deactivated as compared to the benzene, and hence electrophilic substitution reactions in haloarenes occur slowly and require more drastic conditions as compared to those in benzene. First is the halogenation. Chlorobenzene plus Cl2 in the presence of anhydrous FeCl3, it gives out 1,4-dichlorobenzene plus 1,2-dichlorobenzene. Second one is the nitration. Chlorobenzene in the presence of NH3 and concentrated H2SO4, it forms the minor product, that is 1-chloro-2-nitrobenzene, and the major product 1-chloro-4-nitrobenzene. Third is the sulfonation. Chlorobenzene, upon reaction with concentrated H2SO4 in the presence of heat, it gives out 2-chlorobenzene sulfonic acid, which is the minor product, and 4-chlorobenzene sulfonic acid, which is major product. Fourth one is the Friedel-Crafts reaction. Chlorobenzene plus CH3Cl in the presence of the anhydrous AlCl3, it gives out minor product, which is orthotoluene, and major product, which is paratoluene. Chlorobenzene plus CH3COCl in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3, it gives out 2-chloroacetophenone, which is the minor product, plus 4-chloroacetophenone, which is the major product. Third is the reaction with metals. Wurtz-Fittig reaction. A mixture of an alkyl halide and aryl halide gives an alkyl arene when treated with sodium in dry ether and is called Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Fittig reaction. Aryl halides also give analogous compounds when treated with the sodium in dry ether, in which two aryl groups are joined together. It is called Fittig reaction. 10.7, that is polyhalogen compounds. Carbon compounds containing more than one halogen atom are usually referred to as polyhalogen compounds. Many of these compounds are useful in industry and agriculture. Some polyhalogen compounds are described in this section. 10.7.1, that is dichloromethane, methylene chloride. Dichloromethane is widely used as solvent, as a paint remover, as a propellant in aerosols, and as a process solvent in the manufacture of drugs. It is also used as a metal cleaning and finishing solvent. Methylene chloride harms the human central nervous system. Exposure to lower levels of the methylene chloride in air can lead to slightly impaired hearing and vision. Higher levels of methylene chloride in air cause dizziness, nausea, tingling, and numbness in the fingers and toes. In humans, direct skin contact with methylene chloride causes intense burning and a mild redness of the skin. Direct contact with the eyes can burn the cornea. Trichloromethane or chloroform. Chemically, chloroform is employed as a solvent for fats, alkaloids, iodine, and other substances. The major use of chloroform today is in the production of the freon refrigerant R22. It was once used as a general anesthetic in surgery, but has been replaced by the less toxic, safer anesthetics such as ether. As might be expected from its use as an anesthetic, inhaling chloroform vapors depresses the central nervous system. Breathing about 900 parts of chloroform per million parts of air, 900 parts per million for short time can cause dizziness, fatigue, and headache. Chronic chloroform exposure may cause damage to the liver, where chloroform is metabolized to phosgene, and to the kidneys, and some people develop sores when the skin is immersed in the chloroform. Chloroform is slowly oxidized by air in the presence of light to an extremely poisonous gas, carbonyl chloride, also known as phosgene. It is therefore stored in closed dark colored bottles, completely filled so that air is kept out. 2CHCl3 plus O2 in the presence of light, it gives out phosgene, which is COCl2 plus 2HCl. Triiodomethane, that is iodoform. It was used earlier as an antiseptic, but the antiseptic properties are due to the liberation of free iodine and not due to the iodoform itself. Due to its objectionable smell, it has been replaced by other formulations containing iodine. 10.7.4, that is tetrachloromethane, carbon tetrachloride. It is produced in large quantities for use in the manufacture of refrigerants and propellants for aerosol cans. It is also used as a feedstock in the synthesis of chlorofluorocarbons and other chemicals, pharmaceutical manufacturing, and general solvent use. Until the mid 1960s, it was also widely used as cleaning fluid, both in industry as a degreasing agent and in the home as a spot remover, as fire extinguisher. There is some evidence that exposure to carbon tetrachloride causes liver cancer in humans. The most common effects are dizziness, lightheadedness, nausea, and vomiting, which can cause permanent damage to nerve cells. In several cases, these effects can lead rapidly to stupor, coma, unconsciousness, or death. Exposure to CCl4 can make the heart beat irregular or stop. The chemical may irritate the eyes on contact. When carbon tetrachloride is released into the air, it rises to the atmosphere and depletes the ozone layer. Depletion of the ozone layer is believed to increase the human exposure to ultraviolet rays, leading to the increased skin cancer, eye diseases and disorders, and possible disruption of immune system. 10.7.5 Freons. The chlorofluorocarbon compounds of methane and ethane are collectively known as freons. They are extremely stable, unreactive, non-toxic, non-corrosive, and easily liquefiable gases. Freon 1,2-CCl2F2 is one of the most common freons in industrial use. It is manufactured from tetrachloromethane by Schwartz reaction. These are usually produced for aerosol propellants, refrigeration, and air containing purposes. By 1974, total freon production in the world was about 2 billion pounds annually. Most freon, even that used in refrigeration, eventually makes its way into the atmosphere, where it diffuses unchanged into the stratosphere. In stratosphere, most freon, even that used in refrigeration, eventually makes its way into the atmosphere, where it diffuses unchanged into the stratosphere. In stratosphere, freon is able to initiate radical chain reactions that can upset the natural ozone balance. 10.7.6 10.7.6, that is para-para dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane, DDT. DDT, the first chlorinated organic insecticides, was originally prepared in 1873, but it was not until 1939 that Paul Muller of Geikie Pharmaceuticals in Switzerland discovered the effectiveness of DDT as an insecticide. Paul Muller was awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine and Physiology in 1948 for this discovery. The use of DDT increased enormously on a worldwide basis after World War II, primarily because of its effectiveness against the mosquito that spread malaria and lice that carry typhus. However, problems related to extensive use of DDT began to appear in the late 1940s. Many species of insects developed a resistance to DDT, and it was also discovered to have a high toxicity towards fish. The chemical stability of DDT and its fat solubility compounded the problem. DDT is not metabolized very rapidly by the animals. Instead, it is deposited and stored in the fatty tissues. If ingestion continues at a steady rate, DDT builds up within the animal over time. The use of DDT was banned in the United States in 1973, although it is still in use in some other parts of the world. Summary: alkyl or aryl halides may be classified as mono, di, or polyhalogen, tri, tetra, etc. compounds depending on whether they contain one, two, or more halogen atoms in their structures. Since halogen atoms are more electronegative than carbon, the carbon-halogen bond of alkyl halide is polarized and carbon atom bears a partial positive charge and halogen atom bears a partial negative charge. Alkyl halides are prepared by the free radical halogenation of alkanes, addition of halogen acids to alkenes, replacement of OH group of alcohols with halogen using phosphorus halides, thionyl chloride, or halogen acids. Aryl halides are prepared by electrophilic substitution to arenes. Fluorides and iodides are best prepared by halogen exchange method. The boiling points of organohalogen compounds are comparatively higher than the corresponding hydrocarbons because of the strong dipole-dipole and van der Waals forces of attraction. These are slightly soluble in water but completely soluble in organic solvents. The polarity of carbon-halogen bond of alkyl halides is responsible for their nucleophilic substitution, elimination, and their reaction with metal atoms to form organometallic compounds. Nucleophilic substitution reactions are categorized into SN1 and SN2 on the basis of their kinetic properties. Chirality has a profound role in understanding the reaction mechanisms of SN1 and SN2 reactions. SN2 reactions of chiral alkyl halides are characterized by the inversion of configuration, while SN1 reactions are characterized by racemization. A number of polyhalogen compounds, example dichloromethane, chloroform, iodoform, carbon tetrachloride, freon, and DDT, have many industrial applications. However, some of these compounds cannot be easily decomposed and even cause depletion of ozone layer and are proving environmental hazards. This chapter is completed now. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.